I was suspected of interfering in the movie star's relationship and got blacklisted by the entire internet. The show's production team, never one to shy away from drama, invited both the movie star and me to join a dating reality show. I didn't want to participate at first, but the offer from the production team was simply too good to refuse. The whole internet thought I would try to seduce the movie star and become the third wheel, but the next second, Luo Yan drove his supercar into the live broadcast frame. He curled his lips into a roguish smile, his tone lazy. "Honey, why didn't you wait for me to get up?" One sentence sent the entire live stream into chaos because my co-star, the film emperor Jiangqing, was photographed in an intimate photo. I was accused of coming between Jiangqing and his civilian girlfriend. Fans spoke up for me, and then I was labeled as someone who cyberbullies civilians. At this critical moment, the production team, defying the odds, saw the potential for buzz and invited me to join the dating show Meet Her. I didn't want to get involved in this mess, but the offer from the production team was simply too good to refuse. The show's regular guests, actor Jiangqing and his non-celebrity girlfriend He Luoxin, had amassed a large number of CP fans, which is why public opinion turned so hostile after the rumors about Jiangqing and me surfaced. But this is, after all, a dating show. What am I even doing here? Be the mascot. The program team hesitated to respond, saying they had arrangements for me when I arrived. So on the morning of the live broadcast, I arrived at the venue on time. As soon as I showed up, the barrage of comments started to surge, although most of them are cursing me. Holy shit, Lin Su actually dares to show up, to chase clout. She really has no shame, dancing right in front of the main character. Homewrecker, get out. Occasionally, a few fans would speak up for me, but their voices were quickly drowned out by the overwhelming wave of haters. See, to ruin a female artist, all it takes is to label her as a homewrecker. Just as I was lost in thought, a familiar SUV pulled into the program set. The people who stepped out were Jiangqing and He Luoxin. He carefully helped He Luoxin out of the car, as if protecting a rare treasure. The production team wanted to stir things up, deliberately capturing shots of the two being inseparable and me standing alone on the street corner. The bullet comments instantly reached a fever pitch. The showdown is here. The showdown is here. The mistress meeting the wife. Just thinking about it is thrilling. Jiangqing is really so doting. Ugh, how dare Lin Su do that? I really hate this kind of production team. Why did they have to invite Lin Su onto the show, having the third party and the wife on the same stage? They're absolutely insane for the sake of popularity. What on earth is Lin Su here for? This is a dating show, not a story about a mistress trying to take over. I couldn't agree more. Yes, I also really want to know what the production team invited me here for. He Luoxin wore a pale yellow long dress, with minimal makeup, just a light base and a touch of lipstick. It gave off a sense of natural beauty, as if she were untouched by the world. She seemed completely unaware of the online rumors about me and Jiangqing, smiling warmly and gracefully at me. "Hello, are you Miss Lin?" "I'm He Luoxin." She extended her hand toward me, and a diamond ring the size of a pigeon's egg suddenly caught my eye. Women are born to love diamonds, and this diamond is so damn sparkly. He Luoxin seemed to realize something and quickly withdrew her hand, giving me an apologetic smile. She subtly covered the diamond ring on her right hand with her left, as if unsure whether she wanted me to see it or not. But I get the underlying message she's sending about staking her claim. The barrage of comments feels the same way I do. Exclamations explode across the screen one after another. Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, is that a diamond ring? Jiangqing proposed to He Luoxin. Is that an engagement ring? I'm dying of laughter. Did you see Lin Su's expression just now? She looked so awkward. Lin Su coming on this show isn't because she still wants to try, is she? Hilarious. I bet she never expected Jiangqing had already proposed to He Luoxin. Alright, production team. Hurry up and get Lin Su off the stage. Don't let her be an eyesore. In front of the happy couple, at that moment, the roar of the engine grew louder, approaching from a distance. The program crew also switched the camera to the distant scene. A silver-white Maserati supercar drove into the frame, and the owner slightly rolled down the window, revealing a hand with distinct, well-defined knuckles. The profile was sharp and clean, with a pair of sunglasses resting on a high, straight-nosed bridge. All the staff made way for the car owner, and He Luoxin also curiously turned her gaze. After all, As a regular guest who had recorded so many episodes of the show, she had never seen the production team treat any guest with such fanfare. The supercar raised its butterfly doors, exuding an unrestrained and striking coolness. The car owner lazily stepped out of the car with long strides. The sounds of the world suddenly vanished. My heartbeat gradually grew clearer as Luo Yan removed his sunglasses. A breeze rose in the distance, lifting the fine strands of hair on his forehead. Even in a formal suit, Luo Yan carried an air of sharp, untamed elegance. He had rolled his sleeves up to his forearms, revealing the refined lines of his arms and his long, slender fingers. A faint, almost imperceptible smile played at the corner of his lips, and his bright eyes reflected my figure. The camera focused on his face, and after a deathly silence, the entire live stream suddenly exploded. Holy crap, who are you, handsome, woo-woo? Does anyone know this handsome guy? Please come out and give us the scoop. Haven't seen him before, never heard of this person in the entertainment industry. Just as netizens were heatedly discussing, the mysterious handsome guy spoke. Luo Yan stared straight at me, a roguish smile curling at the corner of his mouth, his tone lazy. Honey, why didn't you wait for me to get up and just came alone? With that one sentence, he set the entire live stream ablaze. Who is he calling? Honey, did I hear that wrong? Wasn't that Lin Su? Could it be? Probably not, right? Luo Yan chose to directly act on the netizens' doubts. With a long stride, he reached my side in just 2 steps. Luoxin slightly opened her mouth, her eyes wide with confusion as she looked at the production team and then at Luo Yan. Judging by her reaction, she probably had no idea about this beforehand. Ignoring the surrounding cameras, Luo Yan buried his face in my neck. Honey, I missed you so much. I was puzzled. The netizens were puzzled. Holy crap, are my eyes deaf or my ears blind? Is this person really Lin Su's boyfriend? Hurry up and check. I want all the information about this person within 3 minutes. Who exactly is this handsome guy? He looks so unfamiliar. How come I feel like I've never seen him before? Not very familiar. If there was such a figure in the entertainment industry, he would have been famous long ago. Lin Su actually has such luck. Is it true or false? I suspect it's a passerby hired by Lin Su to whitewash her image. Really, such a handsome guy. You can come find Auntie after the show ends. Auntie can do it too. Auntie has a little money. Luo Yan and I inexplicably became the new guests on this dating show, and besides us, there were 3 other couples at the scene. Seeing Luo Yan and me holding hands tightly, each of them showed subtle expressions. As for Luo Yan's background, if he doesn't want to talk about it, even if netizens dig 3 feet into the ground, they won't be able to find out. Luo Yan didn't seem to intend to reveal his identity on the show. During his self-introduction, he joked, just an ordinary rich second generation. He held my hand very naturally, truly like a couple who had been together for many years. No, that's not quite right. I lowered my head and looked at this hand that was tightly holding mine. The dusty memories gradually became clear, and I remembered many years ago, Luo Yan said to me, Susu, I will definitely come back for you. It's okay if you don't wait for me. He really did come back. After everyone briefly introduced themselves, they prepared to return to their rooms to pack and get ready for the trip. At the corner of the stairs, Luo Yan glanced at the camera out of the corner of his eye, and the cameraman immediately turned to face the wall in fright. Luo Yan held me from behind with one arm, his chin resting on the top of my head. Darling, I wasn't here. Did anyone bully you? The cameraman did turn the lens away, but he forgot to turn off the microphone. That tender, lingering sentence instantly crashed the live stream again. Cameraman, I order you to turn the lens back right now. Holy crap, his voice is so smooth and so doting. What else is there that our esteemed members can't see? Tears uncontrollably welled up in my eyes. I really wanted to throw myself into his arms and say how much I missed him, and that I had suffered a lot of grievances, but I held back. I'll say it after the show. Those precious memories, I won't share them with the haters. Luo Yan carried my suitcase upstairs for me. Before we could even settle in, the production team delivered an envelope containing the first task of the show. After returning to your rooms to unpack, please gather on the first floor. Gentlemen, ladies, please wait in your rooms for now. After all, this is a reality show, and the production team hadn't disclosed many of the activity details in advance. Luo Yan kissed my forehead and said he'd be back soon. Help, why do I think Luo Shuai and Lin Su look so perfect together? They really seem to have great chemistry, like they've known each other for a long time. It probably isn't an act, right? Only you would believe that. When has Lin Su ever had a boyfriend? She must have hired someone to act with her to clear her name as the other woman. Let's see what the show is playing at with all this mystery. Why are they having the male guest go downstairs first? The originally clean and tidy first floor lobby was now filled with a variety of women's clothing. Amidst the male guests' puzzled gazes, the host began to explain, "Tonight, we will be hosting a party. Here, we have placed clothing of various styles. The male guests need to put together a complete outfit for their female partners. In the end, our female guests will attend the party wearing the clothes you have chosen." As soon as the rule was announced, the barrage of comments erupted with laughter. "Ahahahaha, I'm so curious about what kind of clothes Jiang Qing's taste will choose. Hilarious, I can already picture the uproarious scene that's about to unfold. I've been married for so many years, and I still wouldn't dare let my husband pick out clothes for me." The dazzling array of clothing racks in various styles left the male guests somewhat overwhelmed. A seasoned artist who has been married to his wife for over 20 years, walked straight toward a rack of vintage-style gowns and quickly selected a dark green, floor-length dress. It was conservative yet elegant and appropriate, perfectly matching Hu's own personality. Jiang Qing and another popular male star, Chen Xing, were somewhat at a loss. Jiang Qing frowned and walked around, especially focusing on some of the beautifully designed but revealing dresses. "Ha ha 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 ha." Jiang Qing picking out a spaghetti strap dress looks just like an old-fashioned official. His expression seems to be filled with disdain for every single one. In the end, Jiang Qing walked over to the casual wear section and picked out a long white knitted sweater and jeans, paired with a pair of sneakers. The barrage of viewers couldn't stop laughing. The idea is right, but why did he pick a sweater with pretty goat embroidered on it? It's so ugly. Does Jiang Qing really know how much damage that outfit would do to a grown woman? This is a party, why did he pick casual clothes? Facing the program crew's interview, Jiang Qing looked straight at the camera and said bluntly, "It's already autumn now, and it gets a bit cold at night. I hope Luo Xian dresses mainly for warmth and appropriateness. I think the dresses your program crew picked are a bit too revealing. I think Luo Xian looks great dressed like this. Ahahaha, just like my boyfriend who always thinks I'm wearing too little no matter what I put on." Sigh. You can really tell Jiang Qing likes Luo Xian a lot. Will Luo Xian really be able to smile when she sees this pretty sheep sweater? Look, Luo Yan is starting to pick. I wonder what an ordinary rich second generation will choose. As the camera moved, Luo Yan walked toward the least popular short evening dress. He picked out 2 or 3 bold yet uniquely designed gowns, pondering over them with great seriousness, as if genuinely considering which one would suit Lin Su better. In the end, he chose a white strapless dress with a structured cut, featuring a long slit at the hem and adorned with starry, scattered diamonds at the skirt's edge. He also thoughtfully paired it with matching shoes. The barrage was left in awe. Truly worthy of being a rich second generation. Your taste is top-notch. I thought this dress was beautiful as soon as it was released, but I never expected a straight guy to choose it. Ah, this dress is really stunning. Luo Yan's choice stood out among the straightforward selections of the male guests, appearing quite bold. After all, the male guests present all tended to choose outfits with more fabric. Behind-the-scenes interview asked, "Mr. Luo, why did you choose such a dress?" Luo Yan retorted, "Why can't I choose it?" The production team paused for a moment before continuing. "It seems that few male guests on the scene have chosen such a bold design. What is your reason for choosing this dress?" Luo Yan smiled gently in front of the camera, his eyes lighting up like stars as he thought of someone. "It's simple. I think Susu would look beautiful in this dress. Susu loves to look beautiful, so I want to choose the prettiest dress for her. There's a party tonight, and I hope she can shine to her heart's content. My role at the party is to protect her beauty." After these words, the barrage paused for a few seconds before erupting again. This wasn't actually the question the program team had intended to ask, but Luo Yan indirectly answered it during the process of selecting evening gowns. Most of the male guests showcased their own aesthetic perspectives and chose outfits for their female partners based on their own preferences. For instance, they might think their female companions should dress more warmly and not expose too much, but not a single person gave the reason that it was about what their partner preferred to wear. Yet, Luo Yan managed to do just that. He gazed affectionately at the camera and said with a smile, "Of course, I want to pick beautiful clothes for Susu. If they aren't pretty, she won't be happy." Under Luo Yan's sweet talk, even the former anti-fans lost their composure. "I declare, I approve of this couple. I approve, so sweet to watch. I don't care if Luo Yanchuai and Lin Su are following a fake script. Even if it's fake today, I want it to become real. Having nice clothes to wear, especially ones personally chosen by Luo Yan, of course, makes me very happy. But when I changed my clothes and opened the dressing room door, Luo Yan didn't seem too happy. He was sitting on the bed, holding his phone. Susu, doesn't your company's PR department handle these things? Luo Yan was referring to the recent scandalous photos of me and Jiangqing that had caused quite a stir. I walked over and turned off his phone screen. Don't look at that, look at me. Am I pretty? Luo Yan looked at me and smiled. I knew you would look beautiful in this dress. He took the opportunity to hug me, burying his head against my waist, his voice tinged with grievance. But I don't want others to talk about you like that. Susu, you are the best. Although I had anticipated that the outfits chosen by the other 3 male guests might be a bit questionable, I never expected the visual impact of seeing them in person to be this absurd. Luoxin was wearing a pleasant goat sweater that was at least 2 sizes too big, with baggy jeans covering her slender legs. The overly long hemline threw her entire proportions off balance. Chen Xing's girlfriend, Yao Yao, is a model. Standing at 178 centimeters with a cold, icy beauty face, she was now dressed in a sweet, all-over strawberry print dress, creating a bizarre and jarring contrast. The only somewhat normal one was Hu Yu's wife, wearing a dark green evening gown, nothing out of the ordinary. I froze at the door, a bit too scared to go in. Luoxin, who had been holding back her emotions all along, was on the verge of breaking down the moment she saw me. Seeing her on the verge of tears, I silently apologized in my heart. I'm sorry. I never expected Jiangqing's taste to be this terrible. When the first 3 female guests made their entrance, the barrage was flooded with ha 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 ha, pushing the comedic effect to the max. When it was my turn to appear, the barrage of comments finally returned to what one would expect for a female artist attending an event. So beautiful. Lin Su's dress really suits her perfectly. I declare this look absolutely divine. Woo-woo, seeing this pair together is truly a feast for the eyes. All 4 pairs of guests have arrived, and the host announces in the voiceover, please, gentlemen, invite your partners onto the dance floor. The indoor lighting softens, casting a gentle glow on everyone's faces. Luo Yan bows slightly and extends his hand, saying, Susu, may I have this dance? The Luo Yan before me now overlaps with the youthful boy from my memories. Back then, he had also boldly and passionately invited me for our first dance. I nodded, holding onto his shoulders as I slowly glided into the dance floor. The outfits of the others all had a touch of self-deprecating humor, especially Luoxin, who seemed rather unhappy and excused herself early, citing discomfort. To return to her room, the remaining 2 pairs danced on the floor, while my world was now focused solely on the person in front of me. He spun me around in his arms, our noses almost touching. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. Kiss her, please, I beg you. As wished by the vast number of netizens, he lowered his head and passionately kissed me. Ah, KSWL, you tricked the dog and just to kill it. It's so sweet, really sweet. It makes me want to fall in love just watching it. At the same time, a post tagged with hashtag Lin Su's Sugar Daddy hashtag exploded onto the trending list. In the photos exposed by the marketing accounts, it was probably from 2 or 3 years ago when I had just entered the entertainment industry. In the photos, I was affectionately leaning against a middle-aged man who was nearly 50. Sharp-eyed netizens quickly identified the middle-aged man in the photo as the chairman of the business giant Hengxin Group. Oh my god, is this photo photoshopped or real? Lin Su really has a sugar daddy. I'm dying of laughter. No wonder Lin Su had such incredible resources when she first entered the industry, collaborating with famous directors right from her debut. Turns out she had a sugar daddy backing her. It's truly disgusting. A repeat offender. Used to rely on sugar daddies, now seducing the film emperor. The on-site staff urgently signaled for me to check the public opinion backstage. My Weibo suddenly exploded, and the number of viewers in the live stream also skyrocketed rapidly, flooding the screen with insults directed at me. I clicked open the photo that was the root cause of all this, and for a moment, I felt bewildered. Luo Yan was suddenly called away by the production team, thinking something major had happened. His expression serious. It wasn't until he saw the photo that his furrowed brows suddenly relaxed. Before opening the photo, I had anticipated it might be photoshopped or another case of the media using misleading angles. The one thing I hadn't considered was that the photo was real, and I still had it saved on my phone. It's just that, how should I put it? The middle-aged man sitting next to me in the photo is indeed the chairman of Hengxin Group, but his name is Luo Zongyi, Luo Yan's father, my uncle. And actually, this photo isn't complete. Luo Yan was sitting on my other side, but he was cropped out. I just went to celebrate Uncle Luo's birthday that day. The CP fans in the bullet comments were really into it, and after checking Weibo, they came back to the live stream and started cursing. So disgusting, feeling sick, I am a professional, and the photo has been verified, it's not photoshopped, just got into the ship and saw the trending topic, feels a bit like eating shit. Luo Yan stared coldly at the flood of negative comments and called the operations department to get the official Weibo account for Hengxing. After logging in, he quickly found the complete photo from the album and posted a clarification using the official account. Our family, in the complete photo, Uncle Luo and Luo Yan are sitting on either side of me, and there's a birthday greeting card on the table. This reversal is arguably the fastest flip-flop in the history of marketing accounts spreading rumors, and it's a huge misunderstanding. What do you mean? This is Luo Yan's dad. I'm really speechless. These marketing accounts are so desperate for fame. They'll spread any fake rumors to smear a beautiful woman. This plot twist has left me speechless. As the complete photos were released, Luo Yan's true identity was quickly uncovered. Luo Yan is the second son of Hengxing, just an ordinary rich second generation. Don't be so humble, young Master Luo. The Hengxing family business has been around for several generations. This is old money at its finest. Those who said Lin Su was using ordinary people on the show to whitewash her image must be eating their words now. Who could possibly invite the second young master of Hengxing? It's real, it's real. The CP I've been shipping is actually real. I've taken note of your ID upstairs. You just said your mood felt like you'd eaten shit. Do you really want me to be honest? This shit tastes pretty good. After this farce unfolded, Luo Yan no longer felt like continuing with the recording. He sat in the staff area and quickly registered a personal account. After completing the verification, he posted his first Weibo. Hello everyone, I'm Luo Yan, Lin Su, and I have been together for many years. This time, I came to participate in the show with the intention of giving her a surprise after returning to China. But I never expected that she would recently fall victim to malicious rumors spread by marketing accounts, whether it was the previous photos with Mr. Jiang or the recent exposure of photos with my father. The actions of these marketing accounts have truly left me feeling utterly absurd and furious. I will take strict legal action against malicious defamation and rumors through legal procedures. After several consecutive Weibo posts were sent out, a brief silence was followed by an explosion of attention. Handsome Luo, is that you, Mr. Luo is truly doting on his wife, completely unwilling to let Lin Su suffer even the slightest grievance. As expected, the revelation of Luo Yan's identity caused a huge uproar. As expected, the revelation of Luo Yan's identity caused a huge uproar. Hashtag Luo Yan, second young master of Hengxing. Hashtag Luo Yan, Lin Su. Hashtag Luo Yan responds that Hengxing chairman is his father. Hashtag Luo Yan Weibo personal account. Hashtag Molasses Feast by the Yan Su. Several tags quickly surged to the top of the trending searches. The heat continued to escalate, even crashing Weibo servers. The live stream room crashed due to a sudden influx of a large number of viewers in a short period of time. Meanwhile, the barrage of messages flooding my Weibo backend grew even more intense than before on set. Aside from the production team who were already in the know, the other couples and staff members were looking at the two of us with rather subtle expressions. Woo-woo, how did I not notice it before? When the young master first appeared, he was wearing a Richard Mille on his wrist. How could he possibly be just an ordinary rich second generation? Oh my god. This is actually the second son of Hengxing. I was blind not to recognize the young master. Returning to the bedroom at night, I silently looked at Luo Yan for a moment, then asked him again, Luo Yan, if we were to be together, should I retire from the public eye? I know Luo Yan wouldn't mind, but few wealthy families look favorably upon people in the entertainment industry. For example, when I first entered the industry, my father threatened to cut off our father-daughter relationship. Cutting ties is just fine. After all, I was always the extra one in that family. Susu, I understand your concerns. But now, I have the ability to ensure you don't have to worry about any of that anymore. You truly shine when you act. Every one of your movies is my go-to comfort watch, and I can replay your scenes countless times. I fully support you in having your own career, and I want you to have complete freedom. I love you, and I love you as a whole person. Luo Yan looked at me with a serious expression. He always stood by my side without any reason. My eyes grew hot, and tears began to flow uncontrollably. Before meeting Luo Yan, No one had ever chosen me so firmly, except for my mother. Our family started from scratch, although we couldn't compare to the deep and solid foundation of the Luo family. We were now at the forefront of the relevant field. The family business was built by my parents working day and night, risking their lives. My mother developed a host of chronic illnesses during that time, and she passed away just as life began to improve. Later, my father remarried, and they had a new child, leaving me as the most unnecessary one. He devoted most of his time and energy to grooming my younger brother as the future successor. No matter how hard I studied or how well-behaved and obedient I was, my father rarely spared me a second glance. It wasn't until I met Luo Yan later that I felt my heart regain its warmth. He was always the troublemaker at school, unruly and defiant, treating school rules like the gate to his own vegetable garden. But his family background was solid enough that teachers and administrators couldn't do anything about him, and even had to put on a smile. I don't have much fondness for him. In fact, I even feel a bit resistant toward a child who grew up being spoiled and favored by everyone. This environment has shaped his character of not listening to anyone. While others take a step back to find peace, he takes a step forward just to feel good first. At first, I thought he was just attracted to my looks and felt a sense of novelty. Who knew he would stick around for a whole year and a half? Luo Yan would skip class with me to watch movies, invite me to see him play basketball and watch him win MVP every game, go horseback riding, attend live shows, laugh out loud, and run forward with big strides. I warned myself to keep my emotions in check, but my heart couldn't be contained, growing wildly and without restraint. On his father's birthday, he took me to meet everyone in his family. Luo Yan proved with his actions he was serious about me. Luo Yan enthusiastically and joyfully exclaimed, "This is my girlfriend Lin Su. What do you think? Isn't she beautiful? I bet you're all jealous." That day, his family members all seemed very easy to get along with. Later, I found out that the condition for Luo Yan to have his family accept me was for him to study abroad until he was capable of managing the family business. I asked Luo Yan, "You said you want me to be free, yet to be with me, you've shackled yourself with a heavy burden. I don't want the price of being with me to be sacrificing your freedom." "Being with you isn't sacrificing my freedom. I'm trading my sharp edges for the endless possibilities of being with you. Besides, I don't think losing those overly sharp edges is a bad thing. At least now, I'm happier." Su, wait for me to come back. "It's okay if you don't wait." Watching his retreating figure, I said through tears, "I'll wait, but don't make me wait too long." Not long after Luo Yan left, a renowned director who had won international awards suddenly approached me. He said my mother had helped him a great deal many years ago, and he wanted to repay her kindness, only to find out she had already passed away. He invited me to be the female lead in his film that made me an overnight sensation. It was also through that film that I officially entered the entertainment industry. After gaining independence, I never returned to that home again. These past few years, I've been busy filming, while Luo Yan has been busy learning from his brother abroad. Occasionally, when I work night shoots, it just happens to align with his time zone, and we can chat across the intangible network. I always miss him so much. Now he's right in front of me, and I can reach out and touch his cheek. Luo Yan held me as we lay down. "Be good, go to sleep now." I nestled in his arms. "Let's never be apart again. These past few years have been so hard waiting for you. I was really afraid you'd never come back." "Luo Yan, do you know, I've always regretted that when you left back then, I didn't go with you." Moonlight poured in through the window as Luo Yan lowered his head and gently kissed my temple. After a night of brewing, Luo Yan and I had exploded into a phenomenon-level frenzy. To ride this wave of popularity, the director hastily drafted new rules overnight. The next morning, just after 6 o'clock, the broadcast woke us up. As soon as the broadcast started, the number of online viewers increased more than tenfold, truly not letting down the entire production team who had pulled an all-nighter. I huddled in my coat, drowsily watching the director behind the camera, who had stayed up all night but showed no signs of fatigue. Instead, his face was flushed with excitement. Impressive, truly impressive, and the director's eyes were filled with determination. Whether they could create a hit season of the show depended entirely on this moment. "Where is the mole?" "I stayed up all night just to see it. +1, I'm the security guard standing watch all night for love." Yan Su is the CP name that the CP fans came up with for me and Luo Yan overnight. The image of that silly roe deer roaring on the hillside popped into my mind. I nudged Luo Yan sitting next to me. "Do you know everyone calls us moles?" Luo Yan shook his head in confusion. "What, Yan Sus?" He thought for a moment, then opened his mouth wide and let out an "ah." Into the air. Is this it? Luo Yan repeated again. Ah. I couldn't help but laugh out loud. Learned it well. Next time. Don't learn it anymore. The barrage was filled with laughter. I recorded it. Second young master Luo is just too hilarious. Ha 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 ha. I never expected the young master to have such a comedic vibe. Does the young master really like the name Yen Su? The production team didn't prepare breakfast. Ingredients were distributed among the guests through a draw. Luo Yan drew a fried chicken and beer gift pack, while Qin Xing and Yao Yao next door ended up with a vegetarian gift pack. In comparison, I couldn't help but cheer. Unexpectedly, Luo Yan approached Qin Xing with fried chicken in hand. Hello, could we swap? Qin Xing's look at Luo Yan instantly resembled that of a fool from a wealthy landlord's family. He widened his eyes. Huh. Before he could react, he quickly handed the package in his hand to Luo Yan and made the exchange. He moved so fast, as if afraid Luo Yan would change his mind. Ah. Why did the young master trade fried chicken for vegetables? It looks like there are just some steamed buns, greens, and eggs inside. Doesn't seem appetizing at all. +1. I pouted and glared at him resentfully. Where's my fried chicken? Ha 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 ha. Lin Su's expression is just too hilarious. If my fried chicken turned into leafy greens, I'd be even more upset than Lin Su. Luo Yan carried the ingredients straight into the kitchen, glancing at me sideways. You still want fried chicken first thing in the morning? I nodded frantically. Yes, dream on. Luo Yan opened the ingredients, beat the eggs, and steamed them in the pot. Then, he simply made a blanched Chinese broccoli with vegetables. I stared at the plain white steamed bun in front of me, my face a picture of utter despair. Luo Yan, however, patiently reminded me, his tone tinged with a hint of reproach. Last night while you were asleep, I saw online that you fainted on your way back to the hotel from the set due to acute gastritis and were hospitalized. You shouldn't eat greasy food on an empty stomach in the morning. I had no strength to argue. Under Luo Yan's suddenly strict and watchful gaze, I lowered my head and began nibbling on the big white steamed bun, a faint smile curling at the corners of my mouth. Today's steamed bun was quite sweet. You're killing me with sweetness. I remember now. I just went back and checked the timeline of Lin Su fainting and that photo circulating online earlier of Lin Su being carried by Jiangqing. It matches up. That photo of brother Qing carrying Lin Su was actually from that night when Lin Su fainted on her way back and brother Qing happened to see her, then took her to the hospital. Both studios had already explained it before, but no one believed it, and it was heavily sensationalized by marketing accounts. Thinking about it this way, Lin Su really had it rough. Jiangqing's fans are fierce, practically wiping out her account. What a huge misunderstanding. What a huge misunderstanding. I really should be ashamed of myself. Back then, those who had relentlessly cyberbullied me over that photo were now flooding the livestream chat with "I'm sorry, I don't really care anymore. The entertainment industry is best at turning black into white and white into black. I used to be upset about it, but now Luo Yan is back. I have Luo Yan, so I don't care what anyone else says. Hehe." The three groups here have almost finished their breakfast, but Jiangqing next door is still sitting alone at the table, with the ingredients in front of him untouched. At this moment, the production team announced that they had moved the filming location to a rural village, where each pair of guests would need to live with a local farming family. After breakfast, the guests could leave by car, and the first to arrive at the farming household would have the right to choose their accommodation first. As soon as the announcement ended, I grabbed a steamed bun in my mouth and pulled Luo Yan toward the car, watching several pairs of guests leave one after another. Jiangqing frowned and stood up to go upstairs. Not long after, the sound of an argument came from the room, following the sharp crack of a cup shattering. Everything fell silent again. Holy shit, they're fighting. I heard something being thrown. Was it Sister Jiang or Brother Qing? Could it be Zhang's wife? A few minutes later, Lu Xin, with reddened eyes, followed Jiangqing out. It was clear she had put on makeup carefully today, but now it was smeared from crying. Jiangqing suddenly spoke coldly. What are you crying for? Don't make a scene. He thought all the photographers had left with the other three couples, forgetting that the fixed camera in the living room was still on. Lu Xin, her eyes red, brought over the breakfast she had prepared, accidentally burning her hand while taking it out of the pan. Jiangqing, however, said nothing and vented his frustration on his own. What are you doing? Getting up so early and making such a fuss. You usually dress and style yourself just fine. Why did you have to get up so early this morning to change into so many outfits? And this makeup of yours, who are you trying to impress with all this flashiness? Can't you just listen to me? He Luoxin bit her lip, not daring to speak in the face of Jiang Qing's anger. It turned out that He Luoxin had seen many people online mocking her pretty sheep outfit from last night. Although most of the netizens were just joking around, she still felt a bit upset, so today, for the recording, she got up early to dress up, hoping to look better on camera because she took too long changing clothes and didn't come down to make breakfast. Jiang Qing got angry and accused He Luoxin, saying that since they were already engaged and she would become a full-time housewife in the future, there was no need for her to dress up so flamboyantly. He Luoxin finally made a case for the strapless dress she had chosen last. I really want to wear this. Jiang Qing, however, frowned and coldly rejected it. No, I don't like it, and don't cry every time. Wouldn't it be better to be mature and independent? The netizens in the bullet comments were shocked. Am I hearing this right? In just a few sentences, he's stomping all over my boundaries. LOL. One moment he wants his girlfriend to be obedient, the next he demands independence and maturity. He wants to have his cake and eat it too. How come I never noticed Jiang Qing's chauvinism before? Is this the Jiang Xin connection I used to ship? In the livestream, He Luoxin couldn't stop crying, offering no resistance to Jiang Qing's accusations. Jiang Qing scolded her while anxiously urging her to change her clothes quickly. Oh my, if my boyfriend treated me like that, I would have already argued with him. I wear what I like. I don't care what he likes. Exactly. Isn't this the time when girls care the most about looking good? This one looks pretty nice. Why isn't it okay? Whispering, I actually thought Jiang Qing was a bit chauvinistic from the very first episode. +1, I've always felt that He Luoxin was being controlled, constantly accommodating Jiang Qing. I'm really a bit shocked by the way Jiang Qing speaks. It feels like the CP I was rooting for has turned sour. Brother Qing didn't really say anything wrong, did he? They're about to get married anyway, so why dress so provocatively? To the person upstairs, the sound of bagpipes comes from afar. Good thing I brought an umbrella. How come it's raining idiots from the sky? Later, Jiang Qing lay motionless on the sofa downstairs, waiting for He Luoxin to finish changing her clothes, and silently watched her wash the dishes alone with tears in her eyes. Thinking about it is terrifying. In so many episodes of the show, it seems like the most Jiang Qing has said to He Luoxin is be obedient. He's not looking for a wife, he's looking for a nanny, isn't he? This, Jiang Xin by Xin I can't get into. I'm going to watch Yan Su instead. Luo Yan and I were the second to arrive at the destination. The muddy path, yellow earth, and sand gave off a sense of desolate isolation. Of the remaining 3 houses, we chose a small courtyard near the stream, not very big, but the neatest. There is also a stream in front of the door, with the sound of flowing water. The owners of the house are an elderly couple who warmly welcomed us when they saw us arrive. I don't know why, but seeing this scene suddenly made me feel so calm inside. I agree. The countryside always gives you a feeling of slowing down the pace. I'm dying of laughter. Yesterday they officially announced young Master Luo's identity, and today he's already being sent to the countryside for reformation. Woo-woo. The young master probably has never been to a place like this in his life. Following the program team's task, Luo Yan and I, led by the elderly couple, went to feed the chickens. I often visited my grandmother's house in the countryside when I was young, so I'm not too unfamiliar with rural environments, but for Luo Yan, it was all new. He watched the chickens running around the yard, as excited as if he had discovered a new species. He crouched down halfway, looking at the crowing rooster in front of him. Since its tail was a bit bald, he tailored the name to the chicken and called it Baldy. He took out his phone and opened the human pet translator. Next, I heard Luo Yan say to his phone, A2, why is your tail bald? The phone translated, cluck, cluck, cluck. Me, I looked at Luo Yan with a complicated expression. Why do you have something like this on your phone? Does it actually work? The next moment, A2 lifted one foot, tilted his head, and said, cluck, cluck. The phone translated, none of your business. Ahahahahahahahahahahahahaha. Help me. Does the young master have to be this funny? Baldy. None of your business. I'm laughing so hard I'm about to pass out. After feeding the chickens, the elderly couple planned to take me for a stroll around the village and asked if I wanted to bring Luo Yan along. I looked back at Luo Yan, who was deeply engrossed in a conversation with the chickens in the yard, and shook my head. So embarrassing. I'm dying of laughter. Lin Su's expression is so full of disdain. The elderly couple asked Luo Yan with an accent if he really liked that chicken. I thought for a moment, probably. Wait, I have a bad feeling about this. The Expressions on Grandma and Grandpa's faces are off. Grandma and Grandpa wouldn't have slaughtered the chicken, would they? Grandpa's understanding. Does the chicken like it? Want to eat it? Lin Su. Probably, so that means they want to eat it. Sure enough, by noon, Baldy was served on the dining table. The elderly couple looked at Luo Yan with anticipation, who was so moved he was almost in tears, with tears welling up in his eyes. Luo Yan took out his phone and read aloud, "Ah too. May you rest in peace." Phone translation, cluck cluck. Cluck cluck. The elderly couple warmly tore off a chicken leg for Luo Yan. With reddened eyes, Luo Yan gnawed it down to the bone, then said into the phone again, "So delicious." Phone translation, cluck. The screen was flooded with a full stream of ha 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 ha. Young Master Luo has great potential as a comedian too. I'm sorry, I just caught the flu. I really couldn't hold it back. Ha 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 ha. Cough cough cough. Yuck. The production team arranged for the guests to stay in the countryside for 3 days. For each task, the guests would be given a corresponding number of small gold beans based on their ranking. After 3 days, a unified settlement will be conducted. The first place winner's small gold beans will be crafted into a dragon and phoenix gold bracelet by a non-heritage inheritor invited by the production team. How to express deep affection, with bracelets encircling the wrist. May every guest here be united in heart and harmony, bound together for eternity, wishing for enduring companionship, to meet again with white hair. For this auspicious sign, Luo Yan put in almost 200% focus and effort into participating in every round of the game. Over these 2 days, we have accumulated the most golden beans. On the way back from the mission, he suddenly picked me up and spun me around. "It's too high, too high, Luo Yan, put me down quickly. I'm going to fall." "Su, I'm holding you tight, I've got you, I won't let you fall." Under my intense resistance, he reluctantly let go of me. If we kept spinning, I really would have thrown up. Netizens burst into laughter. "I'm dying. The young master looks like a monkey from Mount Amay." As we were walking back, a basketball suddenly flew out from nowhere, heading straight for my head. Luo Yan quickly pulled me into his arms, saving me from getting hit by the ball. A few children ran out in a panic, apologizing timidly in their local accent. "Sorry, we didn't mean to, brother. Sister, are you okay?" The children's innocent faces were filled with apology. Their clothes didn't fit well, and the basketballs in their hands were dirty, but their eyes were clear and bright. Luo Yan had just won the game and was still riding high on the excitement, smiling at the children. "We're fine, but could you invite my sister and me to play basketball with you?" They happily agreed. After joining in, we realized that these kids didn't know how to play basketball at all. It was basically just chaotic play with no rules, because no one had ever taught them how to play, and even this somewhat worn-out basketball was something they had picked up. I saw Luo Yan watching these children, and his eyes suddenly reddened. I understood what he was sad about, so I gathered the children and decided to change the game instead. "Kids, come over and line up in a row, then, take the basketball and shoot it into the hoop. Before you shoot, shout out your wish loudly. If it goes in, it means your wish is going to come true." The children all found it very novel and eagerly joined in, but I overlooked that this was a court designed for adults, and the hoop was still too high for the kids. After several rounds, aside from Luo Yan, no one made a basket. The children all looked a bit dejected at once. After all, in their minds, not being able to score might mean their wish had fallen through. Seeing them so disappointed, I suddenly regretted my earlier suggestion. At that moment, Luo Yan dribbled the ball to the basket. "Throw the ball to the kids." His eyes were bright and clear. "Keep going." The leading kid pouted, then turned back to ask me, "Sister, is it because my wish was too greedy that it couldn't come true?" I crouched down and shook my head. "It's not greedy. No matter what the wish is, we can work hard to make it come true." The little boy nodded with a hint of understanding. "Then I'll make a small wish first. I want to eat chocolate." The little boy shouted loudly, reaching out to throw the ball. The basketball didn't even touch the hoop and was about to hit the ground. Luo Yan swiftly dashed forward, leaped into the air to catch the basketball, and then dunked it into the hoop with a reverse layup. He turned around with a smile and shouted, "It's done." The glow of the setting sun fell upon him, making him shine brilliantly. The children's eyes lit up instantly, all stunned by Luo Yan's stylish dunk, and they applauded in unison. One of the children asked, "Does that count?" Luo Yan nodded affirmatively. "It counts. Any child with a wish can come and shoot. I want to read storybooks. I want Ultraman." Luo Yan stood under the basket, making follow-up shots one after another. As the children watched the balls go in one by one, their wishes gradually grew bolder. I want my sister to get better, I want my mom to come home. A little girl standing at the very back of the group of children quietly ran over, looked up, and asked, "Sister, I've never thrown a ball before." She was afraid she would be the only one among the children whose wish wouldn't come true. I crouched down and patted her head. "Then I'll join you." The little girl nodded with a mix of anticipation and restraint. I crouched down, holding her arm with one hand, teaching her to just gently toss the ball. She nodded as if she understood, then mustered her courage and shouted, "I want to go to school." The ball was thrown from her hand, nearly hitting the ground due to her lack of strength. Luo Yan almost scraped the ground as he caught the ball and slammed it back. The little girl watched the ball go in and smiled sincerely, yet she still hesitated, asking me, "Sister, can I really go to school?" Standing by, watching the sparkling hope in the children's eyes, I couldn't help but tear up. Most of the children here are left behind kids, some have gone to boarding schools far away, but there are still some who remain here without access to educational resources. I hugged the children and said, "We can definitely do it. With your older brothers and sisters here, we can definitely make it happen." The sunset dyed the sky red, and tomorrow will bring new hope. The cameraman quietly recorded the scene, while the number of viewers in the live stream skyrocketed. Oh my God, I'm really about to cry. I glanced at my brother, who had been lying on the sofa all day, eating a whole bucket of chocolate and being mischievous and rebellious in every way, and then I left too. Footprints on his butt. It's really so touching. Every single wish from these kids hits me right in the feels. I've never in my life thought a guy playing basketball could be this cool. Where is the donation channel? I want to do my part. +1. Also looking for the donation channel. It was getting late, and the children reluctantly headed home one by one. Luo Yan stood back under the basketball hoop, looking at me. "Susu, come on. I want to know your wish too." I held the basketball and saw our future in his gentle eyes. "I want to play It Takes Two with Luo Yan and beat the game. I want an engagement ring, the super sparkly kind. I want to be with Luo Yan forever. Let's get married." Luo Yan stood under the basketball hoop, dunking my wishes one after another. I held the ball and threw the last one. "I want to eat fried chicken." Just as the ball was about to go into the hoop on its own, Luo Yan jumped up and swatted it away. "This one's not allowed." The barrage is filled with ha 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 ha. Yan Su really knows how to switch between emotional and funny in an instant. I was about to cry again, but then young master's one sentence made me laugh to death. Young master really knows how to create a show. Luo Yan held the ball with one hand, standing under the basketball hoop. He looked at me solemnly, then began to throw the ball. "I will fulfill all of Susu's wishes. Then we'll have a home and raise a dog that belongs to us. The last wish. We'll get married." The barrage started screaming, "I'm dying from all this sweetness. Anyone who doesn't ship Yan Su is missing out." I used to envy other fandoms for getting endless sugar without any angst, but now it's finally my turn to ship such a heavenly CP. I've already recorded the screen. I'm going to edit the material all night tonight. I won't allow any of my sisters to miss out on the sweetness. When we returned to the courtyard, the elderly couple was sitting at the door chatting. A few well-behaved little dogs were crouching at their feet, and one chubby yellow dog was wiggling its butt as it circled around Luo Yan. The warm, dim yellow light cast a soft glow on the elderly couple. They saw us return and invited us to sit down together. The elderly couple spoke slowly, with a local accent, recounting the decades of weathering storms and the seasons of spring blossoms and autumn harvests they had experienced throughout their lives. The elderly couple watched the sunset sink into the mountain peaks. Leaning against each other, they said, "When the sun sets, you should embrace your loved one." I turned my head to look at Luo Yan, accidentally meeting his sincere and clear eyes. I heard his soft and gentle voice say, "Susu, I love you the most." The chubby little yellow dog jumped onto us, gently licking the back of Luo Yan's hand with its tongue. I saw his smile, spreading from his eyes to my heart. This was genuine happiness. I patted the little yellow dog's head and gently leaned into Luo Yan's embrace. After the sunset, the brilliant stars scattered across the sky are a natural gift lost to the city. I gazed at the stars and sighed, so beautiful. Some wild grasses and flowers, some fields preparing for winter. The clouds hang low, and the sun feels warmer than in the city. Both Luo Yan and I are reluctant to leave this place, but time always passes in the blink of an eye. Today marks the final tally for our 3-day countryside trip. Each winning team receives corresponding small gold beans. Luo Yan and I have accumulated 21, making us the top team among the 4 groups. Now we need to take out all the accumulated golden beans for an on-site count. The host called my name, and I took out the bottle used to hold the little golden beans, only to find it completely empty. How come the mole's golden beans are all gone? Could they have accidentally spilled and gotten lost? Hurry and look. We're already at the final scoring and championship stage. These two kids are way too careless. The host looked troubled and said to us regretfully, "I'm very sorry, but if you haven't brought any valid golden beans with you, you can't proceed with the scoring and settlement." Luo Yan also looked at me with confusion. He had seen me put the golden beans in my bag before we left in the morning. I smiled mysteriously at him, then turned to the host with a grin and said, "Give me 2 minutes." I shouted in the direction of the muddy country path, "Yen Su, some guests in." The audience couldn't help but burst into laughter. Ha 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 ha. Why is Lin Su calling out her own CP name? I still want to know where their little golden beans went. Just as everyone was looking puzzled, a plump yet agile figure darted over from the direction of the elderly couple's yard. "Yen Su, woof, Yen Su, woof woof woof." I picked up the round little yellow dog. They originally wanted to give it to me, but I couldn't just take someone else's puppy for nothing, so I traded it with my little gold beans. "His name is Yen Su. From now on, he's our little dog." Yen Su happily barked twice. I was wrong. I thought only Luo Yan could be romantic, but I never expected our sister to be just as romantic when she wants to be. Help, this sugar rush is too intense. Luo Yan really liked the little yellow dog in the old couple's yard. After the incident with Baldy, he stopped teasing the chickens in the yard and instead became quite fond of this chubby little yellow dog. During his free time, he would follow the little yellow dog around with a dog translator. As if they could actually have a conversation, I asked the old couple to help train the little yellow dog to recognize its name, which I decided to call Yen Su. "Yen Su, our little dog." Luo Yan has always been a person who loves small animals since he was a child, especially dogs. However, his father is allergic, so his family never allowed him to keep one. Every time he encounters a dog on the street, he feels envious, but now it's different. We're together, and we can have our own puppy. Having a puppy has always been his wish, and I want to help him make it come true. Holding Luo Yan, whose eyes were red, I happily said to him, "Now you have a puppy. I never thought you'd be the first one to have your wish come true. So, do you like it?" "I like it." Luo Yan's tears, which had been welling up in his eyes, suddenly fell. "Now, it's my turn to fulfill your wish." Before I could even react to which wish he was referring to, he picked up the mole with one hand and pulled me along with the other, heading to borrow a car from the production team. The director had just taken out the car keys when Luo Yan snatched them away without a word. The guests on set and the production team all watched our retreating figures in utter confusion. The host held the microphone and shouted, "Where are you going? The show isn't over yet." Luo Yan and I held hands tightly as he led me running into the distance. He said, "To get our marriage license. We're getting married." Woof. Extra story: Luo Yan and I successfully obtained our marriage certificate. Just after leaving the Civil Affairs Bureau, he took me straight to a top-tier luxury jewelry custom shop. He immediately told the clerk that he wanted to order the biggest, most dazzling diamond ring. The clerk's eyes suddenly flashed with deep disgust for the stench of capitalism, but then, thinking of the commission, she lowered her head and smiled like a flower about to bloom wildly in spring. After the variety show, the rumors that had been spread about me online were long since debunked, and the number of fans who have become obsessed with Yen Su is growing. My agent looks at the endorsements and audition invitations piled high on the desk every day, beaming with delight. I set aside work matters for the time being. Not long after marrying Luo Yan, we returned to that small village. The assistant helped us unload the huge gift boxes from the car. Inside are chocolates, a complete set of Ultraman, classic literature from China and abroad, Barbie dolls, stationery, small backpacks like a magical treasure box. It holds the wishes and expectations of the children. In addition, Luo Yan and I jointly donated a school to this small village, built on the vacant land next to this basketball court. Luo Yan has already contacted people to renovate this basketball court. The path of children's growth should be smooth. We will also establish a charitable foundation to help the elderly and children left behind in remote mountainous areas. In the evening, we brought gifts to visit the elderly couple, and they warmly welcomed us once again. Despite our attempts to dissuade them, they slaughtered another chicken for Luo Yan. Men are always saying one thing but doing another. Luo Yan said no, but he was eating happily. On the way back, we realized that our whereabouts had already been exposed. The media had completely blocked the small road outside the village. We heard that The two of you are planning to donate a school to this village, is that true? What considerations led you to this decision? The reporter asked, holding up a microphone. During the recording of the show that day, we played a game with many children. They were innocent and adorable, and every one of their wishes touched me, so Luo Yan and I decided to help them fulfill their wishes. The beautiful hopes carried by that basketball court belong not only to the children but also to Luo Yan and me. Being with Susu is the most meaningful thing in my life, so we also hope that this sense of meaning can be felt by more people. A reporter on the side continued to ask, are the two of you really already married? Luo Yan confidently held my hand tightly in front of the media, then pulled out a red booklet from the inner pocket of his suit. It's true, we're married. I widened my eyes, signaling with my gaze. Why are you still carrying the marriage certificate with you? Luo Yan, I've waited for so many years to get this marriage certificate, I can't bear to put it down so easily. Luo Yan held my hand and stood confidently in front of the camera. I am now Susu's husband. He turned around, staring straight into my eyes. I love you. The words pierced my heart in an instant, then took root, sprouted, and gradually grew, becoming lush and flourishing, just like my love. Compared to those pretty phrases with many modifiers, I like you the most in the whole world. I really, really, really love you. I prefer this sharp and unadorned I love you, without embellishment, stripped of pretense, and free from a boring script. It is love, our love. Once I was so weary of everything in this world, now I care and cherish Luo Yan's existence just as much. Another evening sky painted with sunset clouds. The brilliant light falls on Luo Yan, and as he holds me in his arms, I see myself reflected in his eyes. Radiant and colorful, a lifetime of 30,000 sunsets, may you and I stand beyond the countless setting suns. After hearing the story above, what are your thoughts? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments section. Looking forward to hearing from you. If you liked this story, don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.